the fabric feels weird. Like, it's not breathable. It's like wearing plastic, really. Well, I don't know if that's... I don't know how to describe it, but that's the only thing that's different. And I have an irritation in my belly button.
Oh, wow.
And the only thing I did different was wear that fabric. And so I stopped wearing those tank tops. And then I'm going to see if that's what it is. If that's there's, I don't know. Something ain't going jiving with my system. I've been very attuned to my system my whole life since I was a little girl. Because they said, you're hypoglycemic. You got to be careful about what you eat. So there's this planet where, like, all these people grew up with their sugary sugars, watching cartoons in front of their TV, and every year they got every Christmas present they could ever want. I know these people exist because I went to school with them, I worked with them, you know, and all the time, like, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for you, I'm so happy for you, and I tell them shit that happened at my house, and they'd be like, oh my God, that's awful.
That's awful.
Yeah, this is like back in the 70s and shit. And then like other people are having these experiences here and there, you know, and people are just like, that's awful, but it makes me feel bad, so I'm going to ignore you. So then we fell through the cracks of society a long time ago. If you want to be comfortable in life, you got two options. Either you create a world where all you are is comfortable all the time. You just feel good every day, right? You're just going out and doing what you want when you want. Yay, team, we, ski, we. Or you do what you want. Occasionally, sometimes you do stuff you don't want to do to help somebody else. And then you rest and recover. Go back and forth. It's polarity. People don't know that. They don't know balance on planet Earth. Balance is very important, to balance between your masculine energy and your feminine. Especially you have to overcompensate. You look at your star chart and then you look at, like, I got so much masculine. I got more masculine than feminine. So, okay, taper it down. Because men are the, you know. And then you throw Aries into it. And I'm just basically a man with boobs. Energetically speaking. Not literally. I don't want to be a man. Who needs parts that end up breaking at some point? Then I'd have to end up buying a big fucking stupid $80,000 truck. And every time I pull up, I'm going, gassing, because the gas in me don't go up no more. That's what happened when you're men. And then they get mad, because when they look down, they can't see their feet. Can't see that they're a man either. Oh, wait, till they look in the mirror and pick it up. There it is. I'm a man. My whole life been, like, put me, like, fucking try to make me so small because my energy was so big. And I was right alongside them, fucking playing, screwing around. Like, I would work harder than them screwing around. Especially when I was in the military. Biggest crock. You want to know why military members don't talk about the shit they did? Because they feel bad about it. And instead of saying, you know what, I did these things, but I'm going to speak out, and I don't think anybody should do these things anymore. Like I do. But, you know, I'm trying to find those. But people like me don't do YouTube videos and stuff like that. They don't do talks. Because they're like, F the world. Because that's how I feel inside. But it's like, Marge, you got some wisdoms you can share. You got more life experience. I had more life experience by the time I was 12 than most people I've ever met. And then for those that have, like, had, like, more, like, way worse. Barbie. Jason. These people that I've crossed paths with, they've come into my orbit, and I've relinquished in their pain because I see it in them, and when I'm in proximity because of how my energy field is, I can't help but feel other people's pain. So I don't go out very much. And even if I put rocks in my pockets and put my feet in the bare earth, dude, I don't got no earth, and people that don't got no earth in their chart, they don't know what it's like, so they go blah 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 blah, and it's like, okay, you put your fucking psyche in my energy field and you will be fucking fried like that. That's why I try to use my energy wisely and go for walks and shit like that. You know, burn off my energy so it doesn't build up in me. And then when I feel a certain kind of way, my brain activates either positively or negatively. And if I don't feel good, chances are it's negative. And then I get nasty thoughts in my head. Anger thoughts brings down the vibrational frequency of the water, like the 70% water in my being, turns the cells dark. It's bad for dental health. People got bad thoughts. Your teeth are right there. You think shit, you talk shit, your mouth turns to shit. And if you got the generational curse, maybe, you know, life is a do-over. It's a life library. You know, just make the best of this one. But they're making strides, like they're fucking pulling people's teeth out, fucking putting. It's just fucking weird what people can do, what people do so their kids don't gotta work. It's dumb. America, where profits matter more than people, and the higher echelon is fucking shorting out right now because they don't got solutions. They're watching their ship. They're watching their Titanic crash, and it's the country of America. It's not me. It's not because of the lack of effort I did. I've been saying, hey, stop being so selfish. The cracks in society are getting wider. Like good people, like young people, like living in their cars. It's been like this since the 90s when I was a credit card vendor. And it's just happened more. It's just spread out because now more people are impacted. Because people don't have support systems like they used to. Because it's every man for himself, and my shit is my shit, and your shit is my shit. It's just this, America got gross. Healthy bodies help you to look good, then you feel good, and then you're supposed to act better. Is theoretically, that is what the ideology of what the military put in place. That's what they try. And then they even fucking lost their word. They even fell out of their integrity. When I was in, I was the oldest airman basic. I didn't have any rank. For 2.5 years, they held me back in rank because they said that my body wasn't the right shape and that I wasn't in proper fitness standards. Meanwhile, my PT's test would reflect different, right? But when people are in positions of power, it doesn't matter about policy, procedure, or it doesn't, none of that stuff. It's because there's somebody at top and their ego fucking shits on all of that, and they're like, I'm gonna do what I want. So they target, I've been made an example of my whole life. Called out for stupid shit. Like, I'm not even, it's just weird. It's just my life path. It's just my start chart. It's my Chiron and Aries is what it is. So, I called today's talk Stress is a Bioweapon because I talk on my experience here. You know, when I was in the Air Force, I was selected. I won a fucking nasty lottery where I was a test because that's what the military does. You sign your name and then you got to do whatever they say. And you got an autistic brain like me. You just follow the rules. And then I started figuring out like how things really were, and the deck is stacked, and that how gross all this stuff is. Like, there wouldn't be wars if there was never a war movie. What came first, the military conflict? Like, if people wouldn't have seeds planted in their head about stuff. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So, back then, they called me down, so I had to leave my duty station, go down to the hospital, the Erling Berquist Hospital in frickin' Bellevue, Nebraska, where what was her last name? I got my shot record. I think it's it was like Ivy, was her Airman Ivy or something like that. Cause she frickin' gave me a shot. She's like, okay, and I said, what's this about? Because I'm not going to just, let people do stuff. And she said, you've been selected to do a study And this is a vaccine for anthrax, because this is back when they were perpetuating that storyline, because all America is theatrics, like it's about America's, it's all pageantry, contrived. Somebody somewhere says what we need to do is this, and then they set the trajectory to do that, and then they make people scared and all this stuff. I mean, they've been using all of our tax money for decades to freaking find out ways that they can manipulate us into doing what they want, so they can do nothing. That's how America is. So she gave me the first one, and I was like, fuck it. I immediately, I could feel like it go into my muscle, and like I could see like the, like I could visualize this, and it hurt, like it was like fire in my arm. And I instantly recalled the time that I got bit by a yellow jacket. I was driving down the road out by Palisadro in Redding with Dita and her Celica, and freaking yellow jacket came in, went right down in between my freaking shoulder blades, and got me. And I was just like, fuck. I was activated by wasp medicine. And so I said, can you explain to me, I said, I've had shots in my life, I've had a lot of shots in my life, can you explain to me why that hurt as much as it did? She said, because they store it in formaldehyde. And I was like, okay. And then I was gonna, roll down my sleeve and go back, and she's like, no, wait, you get one more. I said, fucking what? You get 2, and then you got to come back if you don't die. No, she didn't say that. But in 2 months, you got to come back. And then 2 months after that for 2 more. And then in 2 months after that, you got to come back for 2 more. And in 2 months, so you got to do that for 8 months. So I got 8 ads. So, and then, like, I was cool for a while. Like, I was good for a bit. And then I started noticing how my personality, like, I was getting more angry, like, less jovial and more fucking bitter about shit. Plus, I was getting sober off alcohol after being drinking alcoholically for 13 years. So I was going through all this shit, but, like I could feel, like, my body temperature, like, it was harder for me to regulate, like, especially at the 4 or 5 year mark, right? That's when I could tell, like, I was starting to reach out to doc, like what's going on, and then they fucking say words like menopause, stupid shit, like, dude, my body ain't never operated like whatever that says, like, how women's bodies are supposed to work in the textbook. Like, that ain't fucking me. Like, because all girls, they start their period when they're 12 to 14. Bitch, I was a week after my 9th birthday. Try explaining to the teacher you need a fucking tampon or something when you're in the fucking 4th grade. Like, I'm not a lot. I mean, there ain't a lot like me. So I just have to, not be embarrassed and just ask for what you need. You know what? Other people, they put embarrassment on me by like, oh my God. It's like, dude, it's not my fault. Maybe everything started early from when I was 10 months old. I don't know. I read the police report when I was 13. Like, I've heard that happens, but hey, just gotta make the best of fucking shitty situations, which have been my life. I'm confident I've done a good job, so I'm not complaining. And then when they did all this stuff, if you go back and start watching my videos from 2019, I start talking about something that's coming. And then as soon as I saw that, I said, that's what it is. That's what they're going to do. Everybody's going to be impacted by this. And then I'm like, dude, I'm fucking healthy. I don't hardly get sick, Like, years and years go by before I get fucking sick, when people are getting sick every fucking 2 weeks and shit like that. And it's like, and plus circumstances happen where I had to walk just to get, take care of my dogs and my mom, and it was just hard. But I did the fucking work. I did the work. It was hard, and I did the work. So that put in my brain down, kept me on the healthy path. You have to exercise your heart. All we are is filters. Our skin is just a giant filter. Putting ink in it, probably not the good idea. I don't make 100% good decisions and choices in my life. And I like the art. So, But see, the thing is our bodies we're it's supposed to be more organic. You know, we aren't supposed to have heavy metals in our body. But see, all these people in America, like, they could profit, especially some Enzy Benzo fucking factory in fucking Iowa or some shit, you know, some cousin. Okay, we got to put all that. No, you don't. But I gotta make a lot of money. So you got to put all this. You got to put red dye in food. You got to do all this stuff that isn't good for people because I want a good life for me and all of my family. Well, it's not good for everybody. It doesn't matter. I want a good life. And my cousin says that now you got to put all, and that's what America is: deals and bargains and backdoor. It's just because people decided that chasing sensations was more profitable. So now what we're seeing is like at year 5 mark when people start getting their. Now we're seeing other people who have had this heavy metal injections. It's fried their endocrine system. Not only have people lost their manners from, you know, doing whatever they want, being closed in, and they just got to, you know, give. That's all America did. They created they made America. We went from America to America by just giving people ample free will. They did it to themselves. And so when people don't have emotional control because they feel jolts, like they feel their electricity just, and then they get all this these vaccines and this stupid shit that should never be in the human body to begin with. And then something happens where they're always gotten their way. And all of a sudden somebody's getting in their face and they're like, wait a minute, I'm not getting my way? Cognitive dissonance is thinking that you get your way all the time on planet Earth. That's insane. Life is about experience, having experiences. And look at the people that just, year in, year out. Like I just freaking, on my Facebook page, I just freaking, like, I don't have a lot of friends anyway. And I'm just like, delete. Like, they are doing the same shit they did 20 years ago. There's a lot more people like me that have needed help in that last 20 years. And now more and more people are like, they're fried. Their systems are fried, because their endocrine systems are shot. So that's why autism is more and more people are because more and more people have made to allowed to eat poisonous food. We're not supposed to have freaking heavy metals in our body. It's not supposed. And they fucking my thumbnail is all this shit they were spraying in the fucking sky today in Taos. It's like, dude, somebody fucking get the stupid cousins out of the fucking important chairs, because we're not supposed to breathe in barium and aluminum. But somebody somewhere is benefiting from it. That's why fucking shit happens, because some asshole fucking benefits up from it. It's been like that. Ugh. So that's how America, as I see it, has been weaponized by just sit on your couch, play your video game. Don't exercise your heart. I was dancing around today because I'm getting stiff about stuff. I go to the doctor soon. I'm glad for that. Although I don't have any faith in them, but let's see. I don't know. I got a massage too. I'm more happy for that than anyway. So I was dancing around and stuff, and I could feel like I'm because when I was in the Air Force and they put me on the Chunky Chicken program, to get off it for 7 months, regardless of the weather in Omaha, Nebraska, flight, like, it didn't matter. I get up every day at like 4:07. I'd set the alarm for. I'd hit the snooze button one time, so it's like, okay, you get one shot, and then it's like, okay, it's 4:17. Get up. 5 minutes, brush your teeth, throw your shit in a bag, and I'd walk, because I got a DUI, I got in trouble, I couldn't drive on the way. So I walk across over to the off the field house, accepting responsibility for my, my extra duty and stuff like that. And I'd run on the cross trainer, the thing that the arms and legs go, and I'd put it on level 10, and I would run on that thing as fast as I could for 1 hour. And then I started noticing, when you show up, like, you see the same people. And then, like, that's when my frequency story really started taking off. I had trouble because I'd have to walk. They had a big sign when you walk in that said, this is where the Enola Gay was modified for the bomb that they dropped on Hiroshima. Like, what fucking gross trophies? Like, we killed all these people for no fucking good reason. What the fuck is that? And then they wonder why they end up as fucking Viagra chompers. Because real men don't fucking act like that. They don't drop bombs from planes on families. They don't fucking do that. So, I picture my heart. I picture like functions of my heart. Because there's that guy in the 70s that had like the, So like, you exercise your heart. And you got like, my heart rate, I had to get... That's why I ran on that thing and did level 10, because that would get me to 156. That's where my heart rate needed to be. And then I would just try every day. I would try and outdo I would just try to work harder. And so I got off the Chumpy Chicken program. While fucking dudes, while people, out of standards everywhere. People telling me I'm unfit when they're unfit, and then I deem myself fit, and then they still continued to be unfit. They're the ones in charge, don't you know? But they're fucking hypocrites, and so I didn't like the military much because too many fucking hypocrites. I mean, I'm coming in because I drove Flightline for years, and then I was TODO. I was Technical Order Distribution Office. I worked back in production support, and then fucking, these guys, people would just be sitting around all fucking day. They'd sit around, just. Oh, I think I'll go over here and turn a wrench. And then, oh, I got an appointment. I'll see you guys later. They'd leave, because just, God forbid anybody fucking do any work. And I'd come in and I'd say things like, gee, I hope you don't go home and tell your family. Because my dad used to do that. He used to he worked in the oil fields, though. I think he worked harder than they did. But he'd come. I said, I hope you don't go home and sit down and make your kids take off your boots and tell them how hard you worked today. Because not only are you fucking lazy, it make you a liar too. Like, I just can't stand lazy shit. I fucking can't. I can't stand it. Like, people have to try every day to make this world a little bit better. And where I live, it's just slow progress. I don't know. I think it's happening. I don't know. I live where it's like, it's a conglomerate. It's a big pile of fucking cousins. And so it's stupid. So like mile construction projects that should have been done in the 70s, they're taking fucking they're just now getting done. So living in Taos is like living in the fucking 90s, because you have all the people that were in charge then that have just done the same thing over and over and over. They're the ones that have sat in the same chairs and have always made the same decisions, and they've given their cousins fucking the positions of power and authority, and they don't deserve it. So now everything's fucked up, especially in New Mexico. I mean, I put comments like, keep last place Staten, and people are like, how dare you? That's so disrespectful. I'm like, dude, talk to your fucking kin. Do you ever talk to him and say, hey, don't drink alcohol, it rots your fucking brain. Don't do that, don't do too much of excess of anything. Too much of anything turns to poison, not even the fucking tribal lands, I'm native. Like, I'm sorry, I'm like looking for people that are like me, and I can't fucking find them. We're the people that want to fucking work harder than they sit on their fucking ass. Do they not exist? So I was dancing around and it gave me this. I said, Mom, I said, people don't move. They don't break a sweat. They don't get their heart rate up into the zone. And then something happens and then they gotta fucking move, or they get surprised or shocked or something like that. And their veins are like plumbing. And they fucking burst a vein. That's how aneurysms happen. And then I'm supposed to mourn for their whole family of their loss because they didn't fucking do jack shit to make their lives even fucking better. When every day I'm trying to fucking do something to make Taos a better fucking place. Because maybe somebody will see, like, you know what? I saw this generous bitch in Taos. She did this shit when I went there to visit. She was just, she was so high vibe. It was such a cool thing, And then go back to your fucking town and do good shit. But people don't do, not in America. People travel around to watch how other people live and then to escape their fucking shitty lives. So they go someplace else to make themselves feel better about letting the place that they live go to shit. Makes perfect fucking sense. But I'm the crazy one. So I went walking around downtown today. Saw 3 cops. This is what fucking annoyed. One of them, I guess he hasn't seen me before. Maybe he hasn't gotten the word about old Marge. She's cantankerous, and there are all these, everywhere I went, they were like doing, it was like tic-tac-toe in the sky in Taos today. And I'm fucking flipping off the sky. Fuck the drone pilots. Like, you ain't gonna be able to go home and make love to your wife because you do stupid bitch shit like that. Keep doing it. So, and then there was some sort of to-do. There was some sort of accident. And so this is Taos. This is Taos. There's 3 of Taos' finest right there. I think it was that little guy. I think it was, like, get off the fucking truck that people's taxes pay for. Like, how nonchalant, motherfucker. How much more could you tell the people that are priced out of fucking food right down the street from where you live? But you, motherfucker, are standing there leaning against the fucking truck. They're doing the job of a fucking orange cone. So how many, that's 25, that's at least $75 an hour right there. Nothing but the best in fucking Taos, New Mexico. I want to see fucking fitness standards for all emergency personnel. If you fucking can't carry somebody in emergency, why are you getting paid so good? This is the costliest welfare fucking system in the world because I can't afford their heart attacks. I'm too busy working to keep me from getting one. Work harder. Do better. Talking to me too. Because whatever I say, whatever I point about people, I got 3 fingers pointing at me. I'm not talking to nobody out there. I'm talking to myself. I gotta meditate. I gotta do more to fucking stay chill about this shit. I got my little dumbbells. Whenever I feel powerless, I do sets of 300. It's called using your energy wisely because I can't go off and be out and do that hither, dither, and yawn. Because I woke up yesterday, the day before yesterday, woke up, turned on the fan, and it wouldn't go on. Because you got these little those shit stains, the nephews and sons and daughters and nieces of all the people in positions of power and authority that own Taos, and that all night long they're fucking racing through the streets. Taking out guardrails. And we gotta pay for their fucking kids' bad decision because when they were toddlers, they were given Jordans. See? Because pride, because people are proud of the little fucking, what they made, because they don't want to admit what they made, creates more chaos. than goodness. I didn't have no kids. I can't help be responsible for how fucking shitty fucking America got. Parents aren't supposed to be their kid's buddy, their kid's pal. You're supposed to teach your fucking kid how to take care of himself. And not do stupid shit like drive around and fucking race. And you know why they do it? Because they see their dad and their moms doing it. It's generational. I see all day long where I live, there's a place where a lot of traffic people come out. All day long, it's the same little fucking person. They might as well be little toys. It's the same person. But they're all in these big fucking expensive trucks. And they're all gunning their big. It's like, dude, you don't even know how mechanics work. You just think, I can beat this thing treat it like a piece of shit because it's new. But what you don't know is America, made in America is garbage. And we don't even fucking manufacture shit here anymore. Fucking engines have plastic fucking parts. Are you kidding me? And then people are like, you have to be proud to be an American. And then I give them 3 reasons of why I think it's silly to have pride in an ideology, especially with my native, I got more Native American DNA in me. I got more mom in me than my dad, because I got the Freemason, the colonial bullshit, the fucking closeted lavender fucking, like all the fucking men-minning, the generation of fucking men in my family ain't never, on both sides, mom's sides too, it's like never fucking men-minning. It's just quiet men getting pampered because they didn't have a fucking hard life. It's stupid. Like, I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. But I had a hard life too. I'm trying to turn shit around. And I'm trying to help other people that just have found themselves caught up in a bad situation. Whether they get freaking priced out of, a place to live. Like, more and more people are going to live in their cars. And cities like Taos, they're not making it easier for people. Move along. We don't like your kind here. Oh, yeah? Only people that fucking fly in and go fucking ski down fucking Taos Ski Valley. We only like their kind. Because money matters more than people. Because every day I'm walking the streets and I'm seeing people. I see the people that are just like me that fell through the cracks. That there is no system. There is no agency. There is no office. There's no desk that you can go to where the people behind the desk are going to see you as a viable human being. No, because America, they just get paid to say we care. And it don't fucking trickle down. It don't. I did all this stuff society told me I needed to do. I took care of my mom, family first, God first, family first. I took care of my mom. I did all these things because I could see, to make things easier. You need to go to college. Well, I don't want a bunch of student debt, so I enlisted in the military. And then I got caught up in some bullshit war, so we could, so American, the VA system can spend $11 million on Viagra a year. It's also disingenuous. Because when they do things over there, they're not doing things that men of honor do. They're doing fucking, they're doing things that men that wear fucking Jordans when they were toddlers do. And then they come back to reality and they can't fucking look at themselves for the stupid shit that they did. But they did it with their own free will. They didn't have to do the excess shit that they did. Karma's real. It is very real. And people's emotions are being hijacked. I don't freaking pay attention what goes on out there. Like, nothing that has ever happened. My primary purpose is sitting in that chair right there. Is making sure that she is content, that she is happy, that she has had everything she needs. I looked up her chart today. I was like, Ma, you got such a remarkable chart. You are such a well-rounded individual. I think that's what well-rounded mean. Like, she is very balanced. She just didn't get that one thing that so many people have. Advantage. She didn't get to be fucking born and raised. She didn't get that. She was born into a big, huge family. Was it loving? No, they fucking threw her away to an orphanage where fucking adults do weird shit to kids for power, dominance, and control. And then when people don't know who that they can trust, it wires their brain, and then it makes it like, I don't know. They do untrustworthy things in the systems, and then they say, but trust us. But there's creeps in every system, and they say, trust us. And then bad things happen. So maybe impasse in HR? Could that be an option? Psychic valves for CEOs? What do I know? Anyway. So that's how I'm trying to fight back in this spiritual war, is by but World War III is of the spiritual variety. I'm just trying to fight back by just being the best, but just not winning, not letting anger, spite, living in gratitude. Like, Mom's 74. Like, it's amazing she's still alive, dude. A dude freaking beat her up. She was out for the count. He picked her up by her hair and slammed her head in the car door of a 64 Biscayne. She is a fucking miracle. And all these people, including her own son, have just like, fuck her, she ain't worth shit. And I see women every day, and I'm just like, dude, women create life, dude. But with might is right. So, if we, men, it always comes down to that. Men will be cool, but it's like, if it's their way or your way, more, like, maybe, there's compromise, stuff like that. But my dad was unwaverable. My dad was the kind of guy I'm a 7-year-old girl, but I'm a hungry man, and if you don't finish your fucking dinner before I do, I'm gonna finish yours too. So as an adult, I gotta tell myself to eat slow. Ain't nobody gonna take your food, It's just like rewiring your brain, doing what's good for you, and fucking sitting around and doing what you want to do all the time is not good for you. I'm talking to me. So, anyway, we're seeing it every day. I try to disprove my belief system. I try to disprove this stuff, but then I see like people melting down, and I'm like, dude, they just say shit. They don't even know what they're fucking saying. They're just like, like they're fucking regurgitating. Like, I know people with their family dynamics, all they do, like, their whole relationships are based off fucking movie. Are words that other people say. Like, you can't admit your own emotion. You just have to use other people's words so much. People don't even know how they're feeling. They gotta use other people's shit. So, meditation. Mom and I are eating better. Or I've been, like, today. Well, Mom eats better than I do. Like, when I go to the store, I don't deprive us and keep us from eating stuff, because I was deprived with food, and I won't do that. So, in order to keep that feeling of lack, every now and again, like, today I passed up the bologna and hot dogs, and I'll go to the store 3-4 times, and I won't buy any bologna or hot dogs, but every now and again, I want a fucking bologna sandwich, or I want a hot dog in the air fryer with mustard and onions. It's like, and people are just, that's how I find balance. And I see people, I'm like, I see it. I see, like, and I see a lot of people doing their weight loss journey. I see more and more people cheating. I think if people are taking a pill to fucking lose weight, dude, you're rotting your brain. You're doing weird shit. You ain't the same caliber. Like, because there's really people out there that are really working hard to get themselves, where their bodies aren't going to give out, and it's just a lazy man's tool. What Ozempic, all that stuff, but that's just how fake people act. It's okay. They're even being authentic in their fakeness. It weeds people out for me. It really does. Like, all that stuff. Like, you want me to believe words coming out of your mouth when your face isn't even real. It don't jive to me. It don't make no sense. Everybody has their place in this world. I'm my place holding here. I hold the place where, like, you know, they say that there's a place for everybody. I'm here to no, that's bullshit. There's a place for everybody's fucking cousin. Because if it comes down to me, with all the experience I have, and somebody else less qualified, but, you know, they went to high school with them, and, you know, they have this history. Like, that history is tradition. Tradition is what is that saying? Tradition is peer pressure by dead people. And it didn't do so good for them, so I'm not going to do the same stupid shit. So I don't go to the casinos, because it didn't do... All the people, you know, it didn't do them no good. That did that stuff, it never did me no good. Like, it doesn't... There's things that make people be better people, and there's things that make people be same people. And I don't want to do the same stuff that keeps me in a good enough state. So, I gotta work harder. I gotta do stuff that... I don't ever necessarily want to go out and walk around and watch a bunch of freaking, you know, people that don't do nothing, that make, you know, like, while your own community suffers. There's not that many people in this town. I'm so tired of the upper echelon. So, there's a fire in the world. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm a fire sign. Team fire! Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. I know, Ma. You got, you know, cleansing by fire. With all the money that place has gotten, has all the meals that it's taken out of young people's faces in America, all the people that have had to walk and not have cars, all the people that haven't had good milk. So the bro club could fucking laundry shit, you know, because they grew up watching fucking The Godfather and The Sopranos. I hate that shit. Like, why is it like, these people they're assholes. You don't go around fucking killing people, but if you make a TV show about it, you know, I got a fucking ex that's I gotta go stand in front of the house where he lived. Like, people put so much energy into fucking fake shit. So, and then you want me to fucking buy into, you know, their world? NFL? All that stuff? Like, people don't have stuff because that shit exists. It's an imbalance, but they don't... No, that's woo-woo. Yeah, it's woo-woo. Everything's fucking woo-woo. We don't fucking... We're on a globe? Really? Why is every time I see a picture of the Earth, it looks like fucking CGI, like, every time? And the math don't math. Like, I could see Shiprock from my backyard. And it's supposed to be 250 miles away, but it don't add up. It should be that it's, you know. Anyway. I hope people are figuring out how to degauss themselves. Because, you know, heavy metals in your body, people are jumpy. They're responding instead of reacting. And this is just this is my course of action, and now I'm seeing it happen to other people. You know? But not everybody, you know, like, all the fucking city, or the Taos County, like, they got a fucking gym just for the employees. They got a nutritionist. They got some lady that, you know, like, their own person. Like, why can't everybody have that access? They're not going to use it in Taos, I assure you, because even your employees don't have access. I want to see, I think they all be transparent. Everybody should be transparent. Like, you know, like, you have so much. I want to see how much every employee lost to justify the cost of a fucking trainer and a nutritionist and stuff. Like, what kind of fucking special deal is that? You know, I want people to be healthy because for free, but they all got their cousin fucking deals going on. You know, I want everybody to have the same advantage. Because you give everybody the same advantage, people don't feel bad about shit and turn to drugs and alcohol. Or they do. I think more people do drugs and alcohol that have always been done whatever they want. They just perpetuate that. it's lack of discipline in a lot of ways. And I can, well, that's from my point of view. And I've drank alcoholically. You know, once I start, I don't stop. I don't care about nobody. I get all the freaking ideologies that I see perpetuated on the world stage, and I don't want to be like them, so I'm not gonna.